All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a pretty radical idea today that the secret to massive success isn't about adding more, but about doing way, way less, just with an incredible amount of focus. I know it sounds backward, but stick with me because the results are just undeniable.
Seriously, think about it. You've probably seen it. A company, maybe one you even worked for. And it wasn't failing because they ran out of ideas. No, it was just heavy. It was drowning in its own complexity, its own rules, until it was just too slow to do anything that mattered. Well, this explainer, this is about the cure for that sickness. So first things first, let's put a name to the problem. We'll call it the too much sickness. It's what happens when a company or a system just gets so complex that the people inside it kind of lose their way. They lose their faith.
And look, this isn't just about being a little inefficient. This is a diagnosis of some deep waste. We're talking about those endless meetings that go nowhere, the unspoken truths that literally everyone knows but nobody's willing to say out loud, the processes that only exist, well, because they've always existed. It's a quiet death, caused by doing way too much of the wrong stuff.
Okay, so if that's the sickness, what's the antidote? How do you fight back against all that complexity? Well, it's actually beautifully simple. You need a compass. One single, crystal clear goal that becomes the true north for every single person in the organization.
Now let's be really clear here. I am not talking about those vague corporate mission statements you see on a plaque in the lobby. You know the ones. Leveraging cross-functional synergies to maximize long-term shareholder value. Means nothing, right? No. A big, simple goal is totally different. It's a compass, not a detailed map. It's so clear that the person loading the truck knows exactly how their work connects to it. No 3-day retreat required.
So where do these things even come from? Well, they're not created in a sterile boardroom with a PowerPoint deck. They're born from a moment of crisis, a gut punch, a deep realization that forces a leader to stop and ask, wait, what are we really trying to do here? It's an emotional starting point, not an analytical one.
I know, this might be sounding a little philosophical, but here's the thing. It's not just theory. There's a small group of companies out there, the contrarians, the rebels, who have used this exact idea to get absolutely mind-blowing results.
The proof is right here. Just look at these numbers. Take Lanch. Their goal? Be the most productive factory on Earth. The result? They cut production time from 5 weeks down to 11 hours. Not a typo. Yellowco, a dying trucking firm, decided their goal was to be a service business. That one shift saved them. IKEA's simple mission to make good design affordable for everyone? It drove every decision and made them a global giant. And SRC Holdings? They survived an insane 89-to-1 debt ratio with one goal: make every single employee an owner who gets the numbers. The pattern here is crystal clear. One big, simple goal leads to huge, tangible results.
So, the big question, how do you actually do this? Well, it's not easy. It means you have to embrace 3 principles, 3 hard truths that are, honestly, they're pretty uncomfortable, but they are absolutely crucial.
Here they are, the 3 pillars. Number 1, you have to confront reality, the brutal, honest truth of where you are. 2, you've got to be willing to destroy things that aren't working in order to build something better. And 3, you have to accept that your system, it's just your people. That's it.
You know who said that? The CEO of Yellowcop. And he didn't figure it out by looking at a spreadsheet. He figured it out by picking up the phone and calling his own customer service line and having a terrible experience. See, the real truth of a company isn't on a dashboard. It's in the hallways. It's on the factory floor. You have to go out there and hunt for it, especially the parts that make you uncomfortable.
This one's about being ruthless. You don't optimize bureaucracy. You get rid of it. You clean it out. Yellowcop got rid of a 6-day approval process for simple route changes and just let the drivers decide. What happened? On-time deliveries shot up 22% in 3 weeks. No new tech, no big investment, they just destroyed a useless rule.
And that leads us right into truth number 3. Your people are the system. When times get tough, the easy move, the knee-jerk reaction, is layoffs. But the companies that really win do the exact opposite. They see their people as their biggest asset, not a cost to be cut. That means, yeah, you remove managers who are part of the problem, but you invest like crazy in everyone else, trusting them to solve the real problems.
There's actually a brilliant term for this: scissor-style accounting. It's such a perfect image, isn't it? Just taking a pair of scissors to the spreadsheet to snip off lines of people to make the quarterly numbers look better. It's a move that might make you look good for a second, but it creates these deep internal wounds. It destroys trust and knowledge, and the company never really gets healthy again. The great ones just refuse to play that game.
At the end of the day, this whole idea is way bigger than just a business strategy. It's really a philosophy for how to live your life. It's about making the conscious choice to only focus on the things that create real, genuine value, and finding the courage to just let go of the rest.
So, what does this look like day to day? Well, it's having the guts to say no to things that aren't clear. It's constantly asking yourself, does this actually create any real value? It means putting your trust in people, not in rigid, clunky processes. It's about designing your systems to be so simple, so intuitive, they just disappear. And maybe most importantly, it's about choosing the hard work of clarity over the easy comfort of doing a little bit of everything.
And that right there is the heart of it all. This isn't about being lazy. It's not about avoiding work. It's the total opposite. It's about elevating your work, making it more important by making absolutely sure that every single thing you do matters. Every action has a purpose.
So I'll leave you with a question to think about. Just take a look at your own life, your work, your projects, your commitments. What are you doing just because you've always done it? What is just unnecessary weight that's holding you down? And what could you really accomplish if you just had the courage to let it go?